Rolling.
Hey bro.
An NFC Championship game rematch. Hey, it's the coach. You're watching week.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams offense ready to go to work, and it's Jared Goff who leads them out. #1 overall pick back in 2016. If you look at it, his rise falls right in line with the arrival of Sean McVay as head coach. 2 years ago, 0-7 start as a rookie, but since then 24-7 in the regular season the last 2 years. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
White 20.
From the gun, here's Goff. Dancing to his left. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now Breeze. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like in the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. The 20, Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
The steal in the 2017 NFL Draft had to be running back Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee, who ended up being that year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Split time with Mark Ingram his first 2 years in the league. With Mark Ingram now in Baltimore, it's his show. And through his first 2 years, almost equal yardage, rushing and receiving. Expect his rushing numbers to take a big leap in 2019.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Get ready. 5-8, 5-8. Check. Watch 54, watch 54. Someone got me.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Breeze again. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
95-56, 95-56.
On second down, Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are the Rams to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Wiggles free. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really get you into more trouble.
Zach Line with it, the fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because
touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's 21-3. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory.
Beast mode.
Kyler Murray, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
95-56.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first down, it's gone. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Cooks. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Goff. Flushed out right. He'll run it, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to...
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We got this.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Breeze now. Incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now Breeze on third down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This is taken at the 15. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Gurley again here on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now on second down, this is Gurley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing now is Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun on 3rd down. Breeze. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now Gurley. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another carry now for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles,